Today I'm going to show you how to make a content creator AI agent. Now this is one I've been playing with for a little while. I'm slowly putting bits and pieces together and I think you're going to really enjoy it. It's quite simple. I decided to use a form as the input. That way I could open it on my phone, fill in the form and have the AI agent create all the content for me. So no matter where I was, I could come up with the content and hey presto, it would appear somewhere else. Put pretty simply, I have a Google form that I fill in, and you can see here on this form, there's just a couple of simple questions here. First one, what do I want the content to actually focus on? In other words, give me an idea. Second one, what style do I want? Professional, casual, relaxed, chat. I'm looking at the tone of what the writing will be. And then lastly, do I want an article, a listicle, a how-to guide or whatever? The layout of the content. Now, it's going to give me a range of different content, but the reason I put the different sorts of styles of content layouts, like listicle and things like that, was at least it gave me some options up front. I'm going to ask it for a range of different things. Well, let's go and have a look at how I'm actually doing the AI part and what I'm storing in, which in this case is Google Sheets. First of all, if we go to Google Sheets, you'll see I have the idea, the style, the layout, in other words, the listicle, the how-to guide, whatever, and call to action. If I want to add one, it'll store it there. I can say, no, I don't want a call to action. Or if I do want a call to action, I can give it to it. Not to worry about the image there. I've removed that from this for now. I'm going to add that in later. I've got type, an article, and a post. So I'm asking for three things in this case. Now, obviously, I can make that unlimited. I can have title, I can have an article, I can have a post, I can have a script for a YouTube video. I can do a reel script, all sorts of things, and fill them in along here. Now, the reason I use Google Sheets is everything in Google connected, and it's nice and easy to access from anywhere in the world because it's all on the web. The other reason I use it to store in here is because if I want to do this on the run, but I want to come back to it later and collect that post and actually post it manually, I can do that. Alternatively, if I want to expand on my AI, I can actually get it to do it for me. But for this one, I'm going to show you how to do this section, and then maybe in the next video, I'll show you how I can expand that out. So let's go have a look at our AI layout. The first thing is I have a webhook. Now the webhook is basically sitting there waiting for me to fill in the form. So when I fill in the form, the webhook will see that and straight away it'll activate. That makes it nice and easy. I don't have to have it set to go every hour or whatever I want. I can just leave it on, and as soon as it gets the information from a form, no matter what time of day or night, bang, tips it off and away it goes. It then takes the content of that form and stores it in our spreadsheet. So you see there, those fields, idea, style, layout, call to action. And once it's done that, we can get that information and use it along the stream here. So I've stored it, now I'm going to get it and I can use it. So once I've got it, I'm going to OpenAI and I'm going to get OpenAI to take that information, and using O1 Mini, because I don't want to use many credits because this really isn't heavy thinking, I'm just going to get it to write a nice, interesting article title. So, write an enticing article, style based on the idea, do not use any special characters. Okay, pretty simple. Second one I've got is writing an article. And in this one, I'm actually going to use an AI assistant because I already have an AI assistant programmed for writing SEO. And I'm just, again, telling it to do the same thing. Write how would I like it about this topic using this style, and put a call to action if it's mentioned. And if yes, then add the call to action at the end. Pretty straightforward. And I'm getting all these values, of course, they're coming in from where the form is, the webhook. So I'm just dragging those across. Pretty straightforward. Once that's done, it's going to spit that out. Now, one of the key things about this AI writer is I've actually got it spitting it out as a JSON, meaning that I can break it down and put it into a web page and it'll come up with all the web headings and all the HTML that I need to do something with. I'm then going to pass that, meaning that I'm going to actually collect the data out of that. And you can see that here, title and content. See, it's pulled the title and the content. And if I go back to my article post, you can see there how to do it. And then down here, I go into my content and into my text, into my value. And there we go. There's the JSON coming out from an AI, title and content. Pretty simple, nothing fancy there. But one thing I found by doing this is when I paste this HTML straight into WordPress as a post, it lays out properly. I get perfect headings and I get perfect layout. So this is really important. Parsing the JSON text back from an AI assistant gives me perfect results when I'm posting to WordPress. So that's the only reason I do it. Otherwise, I could just use text there, couldn't I? And I've got also thrown in here, I want a LinkedIn post. And again, I'm calling the LinkedIn post with a specific layout to my prompt that I like, that I think works really well, and it writes good posts. So it's right choices, message content, speak directly to the reader using you and your, etc., etc., etc. UK English, because I'm Australian, obviously, so we have the same spelling. So no Z's, mainly S's, color is COLOUR, things like that, which is specific to my language, not necessarily to yours. And then it spits that out. And then finally what's happening is it's coming in here and it's pasting all of this stuff into our fields, which is really nice and easy. So what we can do is we can basically click run once here. And now you can see this webhook is just waiting for me to fill in the form. So if I go here and go my answer, teaching poodles to sing. Here we go. How should it be written? Relaxed. And how would I like it? I think it should be a how-to guide. Now, I'm not going to put a call to action, so I'm just going to say no, blank, and submit. Now, if I come back here, we should see something happen. And there it goes. Okay, the webhook's picked up the data. There it is. Put it into the Google form. If I go to Google form, there it is, teaching poodles relaxed how-to guide. It's a bit bold. Don't really like bold, but that's all right. It's now worked across, right title, right article, right LinkedIn post. So it's working away. You can see that's ticking over there. And we're just going to watch that for a second. And now we've moved on to writing the LinkedIn post. So there's our article. If I click that and come down into content and down into text and value, we can now see that JSON content coming out, which has been passed and it's gone on to Google Sheets. So let's go to Google Sheets and here we are. So we have a title, The Relaxed Guide to Teaching Your Poodles to Sing. I then have my article. If I click on this, you can see it's all laid out. How to teach a poodle to sing. So you've got a lovely poodle with a flair for dramatics and you're curious if your furry friend could actually learn to sing. Spoiler alert, yes they are. Sorry, yes they can. I should read properly, shouldn't I? And so on. And then if I come into the post, here's my posts for social media and it's got my hashtags. That's a pretty straight line sort of process, isn't it? We can all understand that. But the key thing here is that you can build on that. If I wanted to do other things, I can add in OpenAI modules to actually do other steps. Write a script, write me a real script based on the article, make it funny like the article or whatever I want it to do. It's totally up to me. And then I can output it. Now, obviously at the end here, this is not the end of the world. This is where we can now connect to WordPress to post our article. We can send it to somewhere else like HeyGen to produce a script. There is never-ending uses to this sort of content creator. As I said, it's the basic part of it. But the key thing here that I really like is this bit, the webhook and the form. When I fill in my form, the webhook is activated and everything happens. Otherwise, it's just sitting there, which means I don't actually need to provide a list of keywords or anything else. I just can rely on myself when I see something interesting, making a note, sending it to this, and it does all the work for me. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. I will build on this next time, and I will show you how we can expand this out and how we can send this information we're getting off to other places to have it automatically post and do all the hard work for us. I'll catch you in the next video.